guys, it is that time again. It is time to get a little energy reading. And we have talked about it quite a bit. Coming out of this transition phase, it is a new day, and we have like the full moon right around the corner. So I don't know if you've noticed, like, the wind is trying to make space for itself. Like, it is literally blowing out some clutter. Like, if anything that you have been actually still holding on to is still around and lingering, that stuff is getting blown out the door because we're making space. This full moon is basically telling you, like, hey girl, you know all those manifestations you've been working on? Well, they're here. So with that being said, let's get to it. We have the Nine of Pentacles right away popping out. Again, reward, some financial independence coming for you, and like this kind of like luxurious lifestyle of just being like really having everything that you really need. Like, there was always like kind of like survival mode, and like this sort of energy is going to feel very, very fulfilling, very satisfying, and you're going to feel very grateful for it too. Like, not just to like, oh, well, you're just going to be spoiled. It's like, you're going to feel very grateful for this energy too. Like, it's going to feel very refreshing and very energized, and it's going to keep you in this nice state of being. And then we have right after that the Judgment card. So again, like, we are coming to this end of a cycle. So uh now coming out of this transition phase, we really need to make decisions for, where we're going and, what we're leaving behind, because again, it's making space. If you haven't noticed it making space yet, it's happening. And what is this? This cord came out. Two of Swords. So, yeah, if you've been kind of juggling anything or just not really making like some strong decisions or just kind of avoiding things, like these things are gonna bring up as a karmic lessons to kind of surface your fears and make you make decisions, because you know, um, whether you go through the Tower card or not, like these times when we're lingering and we're staying like attached to the things that we say we don't want anymore, and we're trying to manifest something, like the universe is gonna like pull you away from it, bro. Like, you need to let go of the thing that you say you don't want anymore. You need to let it go in order for new things to come in. So again, it's all about making space, and if you're not willing to, like, face this for face value, then it's going to kind of be like, I won't say a slap in the face, but it's gonna slap you in the face. So you better just pay attention. Like, just let it go. Just make decisions, Sometimes it's hard to want to make a decision because you think, like, it's gonna, like, change the course of life. And maybe it might make a few changes, like, sure. But it's not gonna change everything, and there's things that we can revisit in the future. I want you to remember that when making strong decisions, sometimes you just need to make a damn choice. So we do have the Four of Wands here. I'm sorry for being so abrasive, but it's the truth. Sometimes we just gotta make a damn choice, because sometimes we have opportunities right in front of us and we're not taking them in or taking them on because we're not deciding. So this is a time to celebrate, remember that too, because we are here to celebrate and just kind of like, this is a time where we're really seeing our growth. So, be proud of that. Be really proud of that. Don't think so hard on like the karmic lessons itself, because it's not really, a lesson itself really. It's basically just telling you and reminding you, like, you need to make decisions sometimes. Like, it's not just about having like some opportunity to fall into our lap. Sometimes we need to make the choice to take on that opportunity, and sometimes it's us holding ourselves back. And that's just something Spirit wants to remind you of. Like, you could be holding yourself back, but I don't think that you are. It's just a reminder. So you have this Empress energy here too. So that's like, a strong indicator that you're not really trying to hold yourself back, that you just make the decision. And you have this Empress energy, so I know that you will. Um, and you'll make you'll make the right decision. If you feel like you're making the wrong decision, there's no wrong decision or right decision anyway, but you're gonna make the right decision. So just give in to the flow, you know? nurture yourself and prioritize yourself, but go with the flow too. Like, just make sure that you're making decisions that take you out of your comfort zone as well, because when we step out of our comfort zone, that's when growth happens. And again, we are seeing the fruits of our labor with this transition. So you are coming into this, like, this main character energy, this opportunity to really show the world yourself. So allow yourself to really, like, shine and glisten in ways that you didn't before, and don't let any of, like, the clutter or the clout really just dissipate, like, the purpose that you created for wanting to do this in the first place, like the reason why you manifested it in the first place. Don't forget that. We have the Eight of Pentacles, so again, watering our the fruits of our labor. Obviously these are flowers, but we are watering this through this phase, so it is blooming, and it has success, it has growth, meaningful growth coming for it. Just because alone we are watering, we are taking care of it, we are nurturing this process, so it is going to happen. You just need to remember that it is happening because you are nurturing this process, because you are putting in the work. Just because you don't see all of the fruits of your labor right here, right now, does not mean that it's not in the works. Like, it doesn't mean that things aren't going to work out in the near future, or like the later future, or whatever future. Like, it's just because you can't see the, like, success right in front of you doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Just remember that. And then we do have the Three of Wands here as well. So there is there's this sense of being able to actually see your progress through this process. I don't know what that sound was. I don't know if you heard that. But oh, that's my dog. My dog is snoring. Do you see her in the corner? That was her snoring. I don't know if you heard that. That's what that was. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands here. So just again, just because you can't see the fruits of your labor doesn't mean, like, you're not actually progressing. So maybe just take a step back to actually see yourself and reflect, because you are maybe not being so realistic with yourself and your vision and the work that you've been putting in, because maybe you have been putting in a lot of work. You're just not giving yourself credit. That could always be it too. But yeah, just because you don't see it, that's kind of like a good indicator too, that maybe you need to ground yourself too and stay a little bit more present, so you can realize that, oh, I am doing all this work. Because if you feel like you're not doing the work, but you are doing the work, well, there's something here we need to check out. Let's get one more card from our Oracle deck. We'll get two, actually. We'll get one from here, and then one from the Moon Mantra deck. So we have the Sagittarius. So expanding your horizons, really. Um, Maybe we won't have the moon deck. I don't see the moon deck. But really, we are expanding our horizons. So just remember, this is a big part of, like, your branching out process. In order to really start growing, like, into this magnificent being that you're wanting to create for yourself, like, you really got to step into this full throttle. Let's get one more card at the top. And now we gotta talk about something too, because like, sometimes we get really caught up, and I think this is maybe where we kind of slip up, just kind of getting stuck in reminiscence. So if you are trying to, like, ground yourself and see all the progress and see all of the work, like, don't get too caught up in, like, this nostalgic of it, because the nostalgic of it can actually be what's, like, kind of holding you back too. Because you're thinking of, like, simpler times, or times when things felt easy, just because they aren't right now. So we associate things from the past as easier because it's not in the present moment sometimes. So that's something to really recognize too. Just because it feels like it was easier back then doesn't necessarily, because we only remember parts of our we don't remember every single detail. Like, we can't physically remember every single detail, and so there's a lot of things that we clutter out and phase out of our mind, and sometimes we can feel like things were, like, easier back then than they actually were, but we're not being really, like, honest with ourselves. So don't get too caught up in, like, reflection part of the process, because that can kind of slip you up and make you kind of be reminiscent about the past. So don't get too caught up in that. Just remember that you are setting goals. I think like the best way to really do it is to like vision your goals that you've already like worked out and the things that you've worked on, and like just go through your checklist. Like even maybe if you don't always keep like a checklist like that, which I don't think anybody really would, maybe just go through and have like this list of the things that you've achieved, and like make it like your personal achievement book, not to have like as like, a gloat, or something to showcase, or for to add. Maybe you could add it to your portfolio, I don't know. But the thing is, like, use it really for you. Like, use it as like an indicator of all the things that you've worked up to, the things that you've worked on. And I'm talking about, like, it doesn't have to be everything. It could be like, the more highlighty things, but it could also be the small things too. Like the small goals are important too, because sometimes it is hard to get out of the bed today. It was hard to get out of the bed today. Wow, it was. I did sleep in a little bit. Jeez, spirit, it wasn't that bad. I did go and work out though. I got up, I worked out and I went for a walk. I had my protein smoothie, and I got up and I did things, and I'm making content. Just because sometimes it feels hard to get out of the bed doesn't necessarily mean that's how your whole day is going to transpire. So just because like in the moment it doesn't feel like extremely easy doesn't necessarily mean that you aren't really accomplishing things. Or like even if it's something small like that is what I mean. Even if it's something small like getting out of the bed, like that is a feat. That is a challenge sometimes. And to see that you came out of that and you did all these things throughout the day on top of not wanting to be up at the crack of dawn, and you still got things done. You got a lot of things done. Like, you should be proud of yourself. Like, that is an accomplishment. That is a feat. Some people get really stuck in that, of just kind of like staying in bed all day, or just like not wanting to do things because it will take so much effort. 244. And to just give yourself a little bit more credit for getting yourself out of bed. I'm sorry, but sometimes that is a bigger feat than what it sounds like. It really is. Especially when we have like, two jobs nowadays, and we have our families and yada yada, and all the stuff that we take care of, like that alone is a goal. So, if that is an accomplishment, that is an accomplishment. That is something that you can write down. And just reflect, because, there are a lot of things that we don't give ourselves credit for throughout the day. And so we kind of lose some of our own value in the hard work. And sometimes we give ourselves way too much credit too. So there's like this inner balance. There's this, there's always this balance too to find. But honestly, if you're trying to be more enriching of yourself and your life, if you're trying to enrich yourself and just kind of improve things, like you want to be more honest with your day to day, because this will help you become more disciplined, like self accountable, and help you realize some of your feats and your challenges, and so you can overcome them and just work on, like, again, the person that you're trying to develop into, whether you're wanting to be like an entrepreneur, a musician, artist, whatever it is that your goals are set up for. Like, you want to do a lot of this reflectionary part, but you have to be careful with reflection too, because it can get you caught up in nostalgia. So just remember that, because it has that nostalgia trap. If you just remember and acknowledge that, then you won't get stuck. You won't have that problem. You won't face that challenge for so long. It may come and go, you know? Ooh, this is kombucha today, but it's actually really good. It comes from HEB, but I'm thinking it's probably got a lot more sugar than it probably should. I don't know. It doesn't say that it does. 12 grams. No, it has plenty, way too much sugar. But anyway, so drink your water. And yeah, just remember that this is you coming into this like new beginning chapter, so it's gonna feel very like blank. Like you're gonna feel like it's a blank page. And it is, but that's really great. That is really like you need to understand what that actually means. To have a clear page, like a blank page and be able to just start writing something brand new. Like not everyone has that opportunity. So be very grateful for that opportunity and work something out so it works out for you. Yeah, don't get too caught up again. I won't try to emphasize that too much, but yeah, don't get too caught up in like the reflection process, but be able to reflect at the same time because it's very important for you to see the levels that you've come up from. And with that being said, we will end it there. I just wanted you to really recognize this transition phase because it does feel a little blank and I won't say like depressing, but it can feel like we kind of a lot of the times when things are kind of quiet and boring or dull, it can feel a little bit more depressing than what it really is, just because we associate more quiet times with getting caught up in our thoughts. But if you master your thoughts, then those quiet times will actually be more useful for you, and you'll see them as like a tool and opportunity to have all of this time to work and do all these things that you need to take care of, and you won't see it so much as a process of being in a time loop because that can feel like a time loop, so we associate it sometimes with negativity. So just remember that when you do go through those transition phases so you can rise above that challenge, that feeling, that emotion. Okay, I love you guys. If you do want a private reading, the link is in my bio. I do also have a new blog on Tumblr. It's SpiritChill.blog. So there is way more content. I'm gonna be adding some like shadow work and some more concepts for us to work um with alchemy and witchcraft. And it's also just kind of a fun sort of meme page too. So there's a little bit of mix there. So I am also going live on Twitch. I don't actually announce this enough, but I feel like I should start announcing it more. I do live readings if you do want a live reading on my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/SpiritChill_, but you can literally get a reading as like low as $1. Just because I am live. I will, sometimes I do play video games, so we'll take a little second, but I will pause my video game and I will literally do a tarot reading for you on the spot for literally $1. I just want to put that out there. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's reading and stay blessed because it is a blessed season. We are getting warmer. It is a time to celebrate. Okay, love you. Bye.